Okay, so this is my how to WordPress video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through a few of the absolute basics of setting up and running a WordPress site. And I'm going to try and get the whole thing done in under 5 minutes. So strap yourself in. First things, okay, obviously you've got yourself logged into your dashboard, and it should all look fairly familiar to this point. First thing I like to do is open up this screen options panel here and declutter it, because there's a whole lot of stuff that you're just not going to need, and it can make the whole thing look a little bit more imposing and distracting than it needs to be. So basically what I do is I would keep the right now and the recent comments boxes open, because they're the ones that you need to have kind of right in front of you, just so that you can see basic up-to-date stats. Get rid of QuickPress, get rid of recent drafts, the WordPress blog and other WordPress news, and then tick it down to one column, and everything's looking a lot cleaner. Then you can close that screen options pane. Okay, next thing to talk about is posts and pages, because that's kind of where you're going to do most of your publishing. A post is something that sits in your blog role, so that it will update chronologically as you post it. A page is a static page. It doesn't change as you post things, and you can't post ongoing updates to it without changing the page itself. That can be useful, or it can be not useful, depending on what you're going to be using it for. For my site, as you can see, I don't have pages, but I do all my things in posts. The way I differentiate my posts is through the use of categories. Now let me open this up so that you can take a look. I have 6 different categories going. I've got my blog, which is just my general run, like when I need to run my mouth. Education for my professional stuff. Food for all my recipes. I've set up a graphics one in here, which really doesn't have any blog posts in it. It's just where I'm storing some of the pictures for my theme. And learning, where I'm kind of cataloging the stuff that I'm picking up as I go along. Live feed is something I've just renamed by using quick edit, the uncategorized category. And the reason I've done that is just so it doesn't look so messy by saying it's uncategorized, and so that I've got a way to put things into my slider. And that's another thing that comes into the theme I'm using, which we'll take a look at a little bit later. Okay, so that is a very, very quick rundown on posts, pages, and categories. The other thing you can do is tag your posts, and that's just attaching little keywords that go with it. If you're going to use a tag cloud widget or something, it can be quite a cool way to visualize what you're actually writing about over the course of numerous blog posts. Okay, so that's posts, pages, categories, and tags. Let's pop open this appearance tab down here, because this is where things start to get interesting. Okay, so in appearance, you've got your themes, you've got your widgets, and then your theme options. Now, let's start with themes. If you have a particular idea for a certain layout that you'd like to your site, whether you'd like it to be 2-column or 3-column or 1-column, or if you want the front page to have certain look about it, or if you want certain functionality, this is where you can go to your themes and add them. Now, I'm running a WordPress site network, so I can't actually add new themes in here, but there should be an option in yours to search new themes and add them. Then if you hit this feature filter, that will bring up a list of, let's see if I can show you. There you go, that should bring this up. And you can see, you can filter the search by colors and columns and sidebars and all that sort of thing. So really, it's quite flexible. Widgets are another thing worth having a peek at, because that's how you build up your sidebar, which is where you can put some cool functionality. I always put a bit of text, just as arbitrary text or HTML, in my sidebar as kind of my little bio blurb. I actually desperately need to upload a picture to that as well. You can put your popular posts, have a play with it. There's plenty of things you can do there, and they're all pretty self-explanatory. Some themes have space in the footer or for multiple sidebars, so really have a play with it. It's all quite, any changes you make are generally quite non-destructive. Right, so that's appearance. Let's take a quick peek down here at settings now. Now, in general settings, this is where you'll change your site title and the tagline. So where it says just another WordPress blog and the general site title, the site title is the one that will appear up here in the top bar of the browser, if I'm not mistaken. So that's how you change that. Some of the themes you use will actually let you turn this text off in the header of your site, which can be really useful if you're actually using a graphic header. Writing, let's have a look down here. If you click on the writing link over here, where it says remote publishing, if you want to be able to publish from an iPhone or an iPad as well, you'll need to tick this box. And once again, this is all, any changes like this are really, really non-destructive. So you're not going to mangle anything in your blog just by turning a setting on and off. So don't stress too much about that. Have a look at reading now. I can't remember if there's anything really worth. Yes, full text and summary. Now, when your blog feed on your front page loads, you've got the option to let people read the whole thing from the front page or just have a summary. Now, the beauty of doing a summary is that you can see more posts on the front page. The beauty of leaving full text up is that they don't have to click anywhere. The whole text is right in front of them. So that kind of depends on how you want people to engage with your blog, and it's going to be different for every user. I can't believe I hadn't actually clicked that, so I'm just going to save my changes. Discussion is worth having a look at because that lets you set your comment settings, which can be quite a good way to control spam. So before a comment appears, an administrator must always approve the comment. Or you can also tick that one if you've authorized people's comments before. Then it will put them straight through, but any new commenters you have to approve. Again, that's up to you and how you want to operate with your blog. I've got mine quite open, but with a bit of a filter on it. Let's just roll down here. And these are all my just avatar settings to show what the commenters look like. So let's just save those changes. And that is really all you need to get yourself started. Hit me up in the comments or whatever if I've missed anything, and good luck with it.